When I met Charlie, that was it. I could care less about the career. It was a beautiful moment. And that's why I just want to plant the seed of encouragement, because motherhood it's not a pause. A lot of people think it's a pause in your life. It's a launch pad. It's not something where you feel like, you wasted your degree. You're not wasting a degree when you're raising your children with wisdom, love, and truth.
That is the very month that Erika receives her New York real estate license. She begins dating Charlie Kirk. I'm going to show you that. Here is her license, and I'm going to tell you how you figure this out. This is a snapshot. You can see it says this real estate license is valid until October 24th, 2020. In New York, your real estate license lasts for 2 years. Think of it like a driver's license. You have to get that license renewed, and it's every 2 years. So if it expired on October 24th, 2020, that means that she received her real estate license, we can assume, on October 24th, 2018. Right when she started dating Charlie Kirk. I just thought that was super interesting. That didn't exactly make sense to me as I was doing this timeline, because I remember when Charlie met Erika. I remember Tyler setting this up. I remember the conversations, and I still have the conversations, thankfully, because I deleted nothing when all this went down. The career that I was told that Erika had was that she was doing fashion. Erika was in New York City. I met her at a steakhouse shortly thereafter. Charlie wanted to know what I thought about her, and what I was made to understand was that Erika was working in fashion on this clothing brand, Proclaim Streetwear. She wore a lot of jewelry on her arm, and she was into like Christian branded fashion. So I'm just trying to understand why you would be trying to do both a fashion company, and then if you look up the LLCs, certainly at being of 2019, she files for a trademark for that fashion brand. So she is both running a fashion brand, getting her master's at Liberty University, getting her real estate license, and beginning a career with Corcoran Real Estate, which is a massive real estate firm in New York.
That's not wasting a degree at all. When I met Charlie, that was it. I could care less about the career. It was a beautiful moment. And that's why I just want to plant the seed of encouragement, because motherhood it's not a pause. A lot of people think it's a pause in your life. It's a launch pad. It's not something where you feel like, you wasted your degree. You're not wasting a degree when you're raising your children with wisdom, love, and truth. That's not wasting a degree at all. When I met Charlie, that was it. I could care less about the career. It was a beautiful moment. And that's why I just want to plant the seed of encouragement, because motherhood it's not a pause. A lot of people think it's a pause in your life. It's a launch pad. It's not something where you feel like, you wasted your degree. You're not wasting a degree when you're raising your children with wisdom, love, and truth.
Counts in the older days. They also wore capes. I've never worn a cape. I don't own a cape. But these are interesting times, ladies and gentlemen. So she wears the cape. She goes with the cape look, and that's okay.
I mean, that's pretty fitting with her belief that Charlie Kirk was the man of steel, right? That was her that said it, not the surgeon. Maybe this is the woman of steel. She's got her own cape.
It was not an Elvis suit, so it's an upgrade from what she would be wearing a few weeks later. Now, I will put this in context. The Amfest appearance was on December, I want to say 15th or 16th, somewhere in there. The Amfest appearance, that was the gold blazer, the gold sequin blazer. That was later. That was where they brought out the rap star. I can't think of her name right now.
Nicki Minaj. Oh, and I got something on that. I was thinking about this. Like, why did they bring Nicki Minaj out? She's not Christian. She's not Republican. Charlie disliked her. There's like so many clips saying that he thought she was a horrible role model. The things that she sang, how she dressed,
Right. That's another thing that Candace won't point out. That this woman did everything that Charlie disapproved of. But I have shown in the first few episodes that you can see when they have conversations together, she disagrees, she disapproves of everything that Charlie says. Now, well, Prince, if she disagrees and disapproves of everything that Charlie says, why would she marry the guy? Let me tell you something. First of all, Charlie took the bait as a simp. And second of all, he never stopped simping. His love is unmatched. Problem was, his love wanted her to be in the house as a modern boss baddie feminist. That's the problem. Whatever you get out of the death of Charlie Kirk from those examples, I'm cool with. Long as we state the primary focus. She was a plant. Charlie took the bait because he was a simp. He had no business being with that woman. He needed a goddamn woman from Indiana, Iowa, American. Just like him, a virgin. There's no reason, if Charlie is so meticulous about vetting and all this crazy crap, why wouldn't he get a fucking virgin? He has nothing but time. I'll tell you why. Because people, simps like Charlie Kirk and the rest of you guys out there, you're just like a fucking modern woman. Charlie Kirk was a fucking modern woman, even though we love the things that he stood on. But it reminds me of a modern woman. You so busy with work that you can't sit down and fix your fucking life and get you a virgin or a one body count woman as a millionaire named Charlie Kirk that people fake like they want to be around you. So, I mean, it's simp behavior if you've never seen it. How could a millionaire not get him a virgin woman? It makes no sense. How can he not get everything that he desires? Because his desires was that of a modern woman, a beauty pageant queen, boss baddie feminist that he thought he could cage a damn hyena. Charlie Kirk was such a simp that he thought he could cage a hyena.
How she acted, how she lived, completely the opposite direction. He never would have had her on his AmFest show. Think about it, though. One of the biggest individuals out there against TPUSA, Candace Owens, right? They had to find someone that would try to pull some of her demographic viewers back from Candace over to this side. I think that's such a low blow, and I really do think that's the only reason why they had her on. It doesn't make any sense any other way at all. They had to meet a quota and try to find someone that could pull in those viewers because they were losing them because their ideas are bad. No one's going to follow Nicki Minaj because she's Nicki Minaj.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
This shows you my age. The only female rap star I can think of right now is Missy Elliott. I'm old. I can't help it. Oh gosh, what was that woman's name? Anyway, not Cardi B. Who is the? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Nikki something. Someone said Nikki, and I do think that's right. All right, let me fast forward to the sections I want to play here, and I want to set it up this way when I get there. There is there's a question that's been circulating. Nicki Minaj, that's it. There's a question that's been circulating that I've not heard her directly address. Congrats to Aaron Sorkin for asking the question. And I thought it was an excellent question. He basically, and I'll let you listen to it here, but he basically says, hey.
Oh, but I'm going to set it up first, guys. Let's do a detour real quick. Let's see what Charlie and Erica thought about it first, and then we'll hear how she answers it to him. Make sure it's there. Perfect. Let's go. Make it big for you guys.
Married women with kids are the happiest. Why do you think that is? I mean, it's just nature. I mean, just becoming a CEO of a shoe company is not going to give you happiness.
Women have it so mixed up. You can have a career after children, but if you try to have a career while you have your kids, there is no such thing as balance. That is such a myth.
Really? Oh my goodness, Erica.
Stop the show. Now we're going to detour with my stuff. Let's go.
When I met Charlie, that was it. I could care less about the career. It was a beautiful moment. And that's why I just want to plant the seed of encouragement, because motherhood it's not.
First of all, who the fuck are you talking to? Plant the seed of encouragement to who? Most certainly not the men. So this is wild. And this is what I've been trying to tell you, that Charlie's a simp. They're sitting around trying to encourage these horrible females to, oh no, it's going to be okay. Never a solution, never a group or a situation where, oh, these good men over here, if you can't find the men from here, then you ain't shit. See, it's never that. It's never that.
Not a pause. A lot of people think it's a pause in your life. It's a launch pad. It's not something where you feel like, you wasted your degree. You're not wasting a degree when you're raising your children with wisdom, love, and truth.
Okay, that's what she was saying. She was all about being a married woman. And we were saying it in the other episodes. Ma'am, stop trying to showcase your marriage because you found you a fucking simp. You can't direct them to find a simp like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because nobody want a dorky looking fucking nigga like Charlie Kirk. Because they know, look, you got to be a plant around him. Charlie is not a charmer. He's not going to come swoosh a woman off their feet. So what did he need to do? He needed to go get him a fucking virgin. That's what the fuck he needed to do.
I don't know. Did you forget you had this interview, that you did this show? Did you forget you said that? Did you forget you lived in China? Like, where are you? Who? Like,
I didn't even know that. So turns out Erika Kirk lived in China, Romania, Israel, New York City, Phoenix, born in Ohio, and wherever the Liberty shit is. So this is a traveled, boss baddie, Bible bumping feminist. Charlie Kirk's wife.
Candace said, can the real Erika Kirk please stand up? Like, who is this?
That's where I come in at. I am the Prince Simp. There is no fake Erika Kirk. There are no fake women. Erika Kirk is like every other woman in America. And this is the problem that I have with this whole shit. They keep trying to place blame on a bitch. It doesn't work like that. The blame is placed on Charlie Kirk's simp ass.
Where are you? Who? Like Candace said, can the real Erika Kirk please stand up? Like, who is this? And who's the lady that's walking around today? Like a...
All you simps don't, and this is the problem. You're trying to pinpoint and say, no, that one. No, the group.
Body snatcher or something, like not the same person. It's so weird. Like, this was just earlier in 2025. This is not that long ago.
Gigi gets those little Montessori toys every month, and there's this one that has the...
We played this video during our series, but for some reason, like, people are trying to break it down. And I believe that they are, but for Charlie is a victim. Yes, he is. But hold on. Charlie's a fucking simp.
The buckets that balance. If I put something in one of those buckets, it's going to drop down. And if I try to balance them, both buckets...
Because if he had the right mindset towards bitches, period, because he seemed to be a upstanding man, but simps will always fall to some pussy.
Are filled, which is not realistic. I can't spend half of the day doing one thing. I missed out half of that time with being with the kids. So, like, you have to choose where your heart has to be fully with the home.
Really, Erika? Take your own advice. You need to choose, because Charlie Kirk was on the road 300 days a year, and now you are. You can't be two places at the same time, and your heart needs to be fully at home with the kids. Your kids are 1 and 3. They're young. Take your own advice.
Big news. Mint just launched home.
Now they're saying that
5G home internet for...
They're saying that because after Charlie died, now she's the head of Turning Point USA, so she clearly can't be a stay-at-home wife. Now, this is an interesting situation because I have two theories about this. Obviously, the bitch could just not be with anyone, go lesbian, and fulfill her shit. But they would say, why aren't you home with the kids? And then I say, get yourself a stepfather and let you and him run the Turning Point. But then they'll say, how the fuck could you do that to Charlie? So she's in a bad spot right now. A bad spot with what, Prince? A bad spot with her pussy. See, guys, let me tell you something. Everything we break down is from a pussy perspective and a simp perspective. The true way to get to the bottom of relationships in the modern times. Okay? All of this fucking shooting and all that. No, this is pussy and a simp. And y'all know the rules. Pussy beat simp all day. Fistball beat them all.
But, oh, let me say this. No. She wants to tell you guys what you should do. But she's different. She's the exception to the rule. she can do both, because we're going to hear it in a minute in this interview in the New York Times. She completely changed her mind. Okay. Now that Charlie's gone. And I just would like to know, like, where are her kids? Where are they? They're not with her.
You have to make that decision on your own, but you can always, after your kids are in school or after they're in high school, you can always go back to work. You can always find a way to get back into the workforce. But if you miss those precious first few years, that is so hard to make up, because memories are so much more important than.
I definitely would consider 1 and 3 still to be in that precious early few years.
So her children are 1 and 3. And, you know, we broke all of this down. We know what happened, man. It's just the problem. There are some problems here. Candace and none of these men won't admit that Charlie's a simp. By admitting Charlie's a simp, you automatically admit that the women are the horrible people, in which they're trying to just place it on one person, which is Erika Kirk. Hell no. All of them. And until we can get to that process of America, we'll stay screwed. Charlie didn't have the right mindset towards pussy and bitches because he was a virgin.
Time frame. Okay. I have kids. They're much older now, but I remember I was little at the time.
All right. We're getting to the point of the video where he was trying to, just like we were, I showed you how she grew up. She grew up as a boss baddie, and we showed you how she was with Charlie, as far as she tried to closet all of the baddie attributes. Okay. And everybody's showing now that, okay, now that Charlie's dead, you return to being the boss baddie. So that's where we're at right now.
One can't walk. It's a least
paycheck. And look,
it's how God has wired us.
Oh, and don't forget my portion, the real portion. Let's go here real quick. It's only a couple seconds.
When I met Charlie, that was it. I could care less about the career. It was a beautiful moment. And that's why I just want to plant the seed of encouragement.
I already taught y'all that this right here is a fucking lie. But it's not a lie from Erika. She's just lying to the future women. Charlie, whatever y'all call that shit, the human resources on the job, he used him being the boss to, press up on her, not knowing she was a plant, and he took the bait. He over simp for the bitch, took her to Hawaii, married the bitch, blah, 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 blah. Y'all know the story. But this woman was a boss baddie, and Charlie just didn't give a fuck.
Because motherhood it's not a pause. A lot of people think it's a pause in your life. It's a launch pad. It's not something where you feel like, you wasted your degree.
Look who she's telling. Look how they talk to the women. Oh, sweetheart, you are the shit. You ain't waste your degree because you sat around and got with a man and threw your pussy out there to have. Guys, it's always about the pussy. Just trust me, man. All this bitch did was get up there, live in a $5 million home with Charlie. Oh, and another thing that I learned during the research, guys, this is really bad. She has 2 kids with Charlie Kirk, but they got married when the bitch was 34, and he's a younger husband. Okay? So this goes to show you Charlie is a fucking simp. He's a fucking hypocrite. She married Charlie at 34 and had 2 kids. I find that hard to believe. Okay? Because I'm a pussy expert. So I find that hard to believe from a pussy standpoint. But Charlie married a 34-year-old woman and he was younger. Charlie! Why did Candace let this bullshit happen? Charlie could have had him a 20-something-year-old virgin, because he always tell these young women, yo, you should have your children early. Charlie, look what you did. All signs of a simp. It takes one to know one. Sick of this nigga, man. Fucking the game up for everybody being a fucking simp.
And it's our nature, which is to have children, not just have a bigger bank account. Next question. What means the most?
All right, now let's move on to the next one.
The more you stay home, the less you want to leave.
Now, where we're at in the video, besides me running my mouth, is the fact that she pocketed and closeted her boss baddie career attributes for Charlie, and now that Charlie's dead, listen to her now.
No, where are you? Here it is. Let me make sure it's there. There it is. Let's hear it. Let me make it big for you guys.
Pause.
Two desires and what to prioritize at what stage of your life, since women can't have it all.
I showed y'all all of this already, so let's move forward. Like I said, anytime you hear Erika talk, it's about the women. And hey, girl, your career, blah, blah, blah.
I think that's what a lot of people get misconstrued, is thinking like, okay, what I'm building now is going to be worthless once I have a family. No, God will redirect it. He'll turn it into whatever it needs to turn into. Pray on it, because it's not always super clear, but it will come to you. And I think that, yes, every season's going to come and have its own time and turn.
I mean, they talk to women like they're the men. It's wild. This woman is a feminist. I'm telling you something, man. Watch this though.
That they should have children, start a family, if they need to put off their career in order to do it, that's fine. How do you justify that contradiction between that position and what you've done here, taking over TPUSA? I think it's a legitimate question. And I'm glad he asked it, because no one else seems to have wanted to ask the question. And I think it's important. I don't want to watch these clips any more than anybody else. I see you guys in the chat saying it. I don't want to watch.
I mean, I wish Candace would have asked her that when she had her meeting with her. I definitely wish Candace, because she's one of the only ones out here that has had a face-to-face with her. All these other Barry Weiss and people that she's interviewed on all these major medias, they're not going to ask her the hard question. This guy barely does. He fumbles on his words. He words it so poorly, and she skirts it. She doesn't answer, of course.
Watch Erika Kirk clips any more than anybody else.
I showed y'all in my series from my own observations. I just saw this guy's video today, but my own observation was anytime Charlie asks her a question, she never fucking answers. It's wild. She only answers questions when she's talking about herself and when she's talking about Bible stuff. It's wild.
But here's why I think it's important. We are trying to diagnose two things. One, who neutralized Charlie Kirk? Who was in on it? Who knew about it? We might be able to get some insight into statements made by TPUSA insiders, including their new CEO, Erika Kirk, by things that were said before and after the event. So that's one. Number two is we have to diagnose where TPUSA is going. And question two will get into exactly why we have to diagnose. It's basically being assumed it's the new Republican Party. That's basically the setup of the second clip I'm going to play. Yeah, I'm going to collect his $10,000.
Let's go.
TPUSA.
This episode was because obviously they
Listen to this, but this
A question for you on that topic, which is I work with a number of fabulous female reporters. And we were talking about this interview coming up.
Okay.
And they said, they wanted me to ask you this actually, because
Now, this was good. I didn't see this, but he said he works with a lot of fabulous female reporters. Like I said, all of these guys are simps. They prop these bitches up. But this is the interesting part. Those fake bitches wanted to ask Erika, why is she a fake bitch? Look, guys, they're all fucking fake and sick.
coming up.
Okay.
And they said, they wanted me to ask you this actually, because you've urged, as he has, women not to delay building families.
I beg your pardon?
You've urged women not to delay
Yes.
having families.
Right.
You've urged women not to delay happy families, but you got your old ass married at 34 to a younger Charlie Kirk. Why the fuck would you do that? For the money.
And not to delay building families.
I beg your pardon?
You've urged women not to delay
Yes.
having families.
Right.
And
Speak up, nigga.
I beg your pardon?
you've urged women not to delay
Yes.
having families.
Right.
And you talked about serving your husband.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about serving your husband. Now that you don't have a husband, and that's a bad spot because she can't run and get another man. They're going to talk shit about her. She can't go run the business. They're going to talk shit about her. So that's a clear indication that she done got herself in a bad spot.
having families.
Right.
And you've talked about serving your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, he served me also. He would ask, how can I?
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, he served me also. Well, that's not how Charlie is. Charlie loved you with every bone in his body, but he would love for you to be his servant. But Charlie wasn't getting that.
I beg your pardon?
you have urged women not to delay
Yes.
having families.
Right.
And you've talked about serving your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, he served me also. He would ask, how can I serve you? We would ask it to each other.
And a number of them said, ask her, please ask her how you think about your career. And now that you're going to be taking over Turning Point
mm-hmm.
and balancing family
mm-hmm.
and what your view is of that.
Mm-hmm. No, it's
all right. It was a good question. It was asked very poorly. No offense to Aaron Sorkin. Maybe he's awestruck by being in the room with Erika Kirk.
No, that's not it. All of you niggas are simps for these bitches. And all of they do, let me tell you what they do to you niggas. They take boxing classes. They take your ass to human resources. They do everything to prove to your ass that you ain't down. And you still tiptoe and try to white glove these bitches. Stupid.
Of that.
Mm-hmm. No, it's
all right. It was a good question. It was asked very poorly. No offense to Aaron Sorkin. Maybe he's awestruck by being in the room with Erika Kirk. I don't know. I mean, just spit it out. Hey, you tell people to prioritize family over career. You just took on a monster job. A job that, by the way, resulted in the death of your husband. Like there are a million ways to ask this question. I don't know why the hesitancy. Why so difficult? I understand that he's a lunatic. He's a far lefty, and he's probably struggling with asking a woman, why are you not staying consistent to the values you've espoused? You've said
that's true. Now you're talking. That's the problem in America right there.
Asking a woman, why are you not staying consistent to the values you've espoused?
That's it. If you can't do that, you're fucked. And you know what happens when you do that, right? Arguments, lies, and fights, even death. That right there has destroyed this country.
With asking a woman, why are you not staying consistent to the value?
Why that right there? If we could get that right there out in the public, we'll be all right as a country. Okay? The percentage of women that you could talk to like that is single digits, man.
With asking a woman, why are you not staying consistent to the values you've espoused? You've said family is more important than work. You've encouraged other women to eschew work in favor of family. Are you a hypocrite? I mean, that's the question he's asking. Are you a hypocrite? I mean, he wouldn't even have had to say anything else. He could have said, good evening, Ms. Kirk. Are you a hypocrite? That's all he had to say. I'm not saying she is or isn't. Let's let her answer.
There you go. Standing. See, when you say, I'm not saying she is or she isn't, when you put that position out there, that's not good. And you know that she is. Come on, bro. I'm going to tell you why people are struggling with it. They don't want to admit that Charlie Kirk is a dork and a simp, and she wouldn't be caught dead with a non-charming fucking geek like that. He was a fucking virgin. This bitch need her back broke. We keep this stuff at primal shit. I mean, shit has gotten way, way fake on this. What are we doing? The guy's a dork. He went on an interview with somebody that was trying to get a job, and he said, yo, I want to date you and marry you. What type of fucking dork is that? He marries a 34-year-old woman that's older than him, and from what we hear, put 2 kids in some old-ass pussy. What type of dork is that got millions of dollars? What type of dork is that? It's a fucking simp.
Ms. Kirk, are you a hypocrite? That's all he had to say. I'm not saying she is or isn't. Let's let her answer.
It's a great question. It's actually a very thoughtful question.
Yeah, we know.
And Candace Owens co-signed on it. Candace Owens co-signed that bullshit.
I was basically like his wingman and very much enjoyed that. I was very pro Erica.
No, it's a great question. I mean, answer the question. Don't compliment the questioner. That just means you don't like the question.
I grew up with a mother who is an entrepreneur, who's her and I.
Everybody that watched this series, you already know her story. She repeats the shit over and over. And every time we hear, he said, well, damn, you were born and bred to be a boss baddie, Bible bumping feminist. Fuck was you doing with Charlie?
I grew up with a mother who is an entrepreneur, who's her and I. My parents got divorced when I was very young, when I was 5. And I saw that as a blueprint. So that does not scare me, being a single mom, if you will, now as a blueprint. So that does not scare me, being a single mom, if you will, now as a blueprint. So that does not scare me, being a single mom, if you will, now.
That does not scare me, being a single mom, if you will. My mama did it, I'ma do it. You see my chin down anywhere, player? My chin is up. But ma'am, you just lost your fucking husband. Man, brother, my chin is up. My mom's was a single mother. I'm a single mother. I'm getting money. Look, I was born and bred for this. I looked at my mom as a blueprint. I was ready for this.
That just means you don't like the question.
I grew up with a mother who is an entrepreneur, who's her and I. My parents got divorced when I was very young, when I was 5. And I saw that as a blueprint. So that does not scare me, being a...
But Erica, is there anything you could say good about your father? Do you know him? Does he even exist? She said her father was a house husband. She said it was really cute. She argued with Charlie over that. She's like, Charlie, nah, these boss bitches, they could afford it. Charlie was like, bitch, if you don't get in there and make me a sandwich. Erica was like, nigga, I'm a plant, you simp.
Single mom, if you will, now, and running a company. There really is no such thing as balance. There's always going to be a give and take. But in running a company, me being when I was 5, and I saw that as a blueprint. So that does not scare me, being a single mom, if you will, now, and running.
Question. I didn't ask a question yet, chat. In the black community, does it scare our women to be a single mother? Yes or no? The reason why I say black community, because I don't want y'all to think that it's any sort of difference of the women. They have these things going on in America that benefit them. Don't think there's no difference. Trying to point Erica to be the bad guy is not good. There's no difference. She just said what they say in the black community.
So that does not scare me, being a single mom, if you will, now, and running a company. There really is no such thing as balance. There's always going to be a give and take. But what this grieving process has taught me is that there is...
She said that comment in the previous video in a different way. She said, remember, there is no such thing as balance. You can't have it. You can't have it both ways. You can't have a full-time career job and be able to stay at home and raise your kids. And that if you're able to, which she is, you should choose to stay home with your kids in those most formative years of their life. And
that's what she said. That is what she said. She stands by that. Hold on.
When I met Charlie, that was it. I could care less about the career. It was a beautiful moment. And that's why I just want to plant the seed of encouragement, because motherhood it's not a pause. A lot of people think it's a pause in your life. It's a launch pad. It's not something where you feel like, you wasted your degree. You're not wasting a degree when you're raising your children with wisdom, love, and truth.
I just, I play what I see, man.
and raise them, and that you would.
If there is one health unlock that you should be doing,
I'm breaking
every
this
single
shit
day,
down
it
from
is
a
this
simp.
Armra
This is all
colostrum.
simp shit. Like, who the hell marries somebody like that?
Really
As a virgin.
no blueprint of what I'm going through. It's really a one-of-one type.
Oh, and now she wants to, use the grieving widow card, which, yes, it's tragic. Okay. But like, you can't use that to get out of every contradictory statement you've made. Like, you said one thing before, now you're doing something different now. Answer the freaking question plainly.
Situation. And it's interesting because when you view how pain can be morphed into a form of purpose that you see will outlive you, again, it puts into perspective that this isn't about me. This isn't about my life. This is about the legacy my husband left behind, but it's also about how we're fighting the good fight for our country.
No, it's not, Erica. It's about your kids that are 1 and 3 years old and that need you because they just lost their father.
Guys, that's why the way we started our series, I wanted you to know where the pussy comes from. Explain the bitch. So when you hear her talking like this, it's no surprise to you. But it's one missing factor that nobody talks about. And I'm talking about nobody. So I said, well, if I'm the Prince Simp, I can identify that Charlie Kirk is a simp. Charlie Kirk gave his life for this bitch, like most simps do, in different phases and ways. That's the story.
Your husband. Now you're a single parent household. You're a single mom. It's not about any of that. We want to see that you're about the kids. Charlie was. You said you used to be. Now you're not. You're about the money and running the company and being a boss bitch, babe. What is
Yeah. Hey, homie, who can't tell? Who can't tell that this is a boss baddie Bible bumping feminist? Who the hell can't tell? But if you can't say Charlie's a simp, I can't fuck with you. Because every woman in America is this woman right here. Maybe not on her level, but every woman in America is that. We say what, 92%? So it's on the men to find that 8%, or tap into the high 80s. Who doesn't have such a bad problem like Erica and them? We don't marry that. We marry good women. Don't marry no bitch like this. She is who she is. She did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. She is like every other bitch, man.
We want to see that you're about the kids. Charlie was. You said you used to be. Now you're not. You're about the money and running the company and being a boss bitch, babe. What is that about?
And when it comes to career, I will be fully transparent. I was fully bought into the boss babe. I mean, I lived in.
Come on, guys. Boss babe. Come on. It's a recurring phrase here. We know what it looks like. We know what it sounds like. Problem is, ain't none of you niggas marrying that. Who is? Zion Williamson, Will Smith. Simps. Offset. Keke Palmer's husband. Papoose. All the simps, man. Russell Wilson. Deontay Wilder. It's hard to get away from these women, man. I try to, look, Charlie's not the only simp out there. He was just he just, look, hold on, man. Hold on. I know y'all been hearing too much of this Erica bitch. I need you to hear from the simp himself. But right after this message.
If I could be great at one thing, I wish that I could sit in front of a mirror or a makeup mirror in general and spend more than just 20 minutes to a half hour looking at myself and actually take the time to put my makeup on and do my hair. Because after a while, after that 20-minute mark, I'm like, okay, tinted moisturizer, slab of mascara, lip gloss, out the door. If I could have it that way, it would be perfect. So I might need to work on that. I have respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry, not because they're degrading women or anything like that, but because that's their field and they are professionals. So I give them credit for being able to have a job and make money and stimulate the economy that way. But I think that there needs to be a way to shield it from the overall public, such as the kids. Keep it away from them. But in general, that's a tough one. I really have to say that we live in a free country. So if you want to watch it, turn on your pay-per-view. If not, then why don't you turn on something else that's a little bit more G-rated? Just a thought. I do think it should be legalized. So just take this miniature journey with me for just a second. And instead of looking at the negative side, let's look at the positive side real quick. After watching several documentaries, I do think it should be legalized because it not only has some remedies to some modern day medicines that we use, but it also can be taxed so we can get some extra stimulus money, just a thought. And on top of that, I think that as our country is evolving and things are happening around the world, we really need to start taking into consideration just some alternatives to things. So I think we need to see both sides of this. So open dialogue, I'm all for it.
Becoming the title holder elevated her profile significantly and gave her access to media exposure and special events. It also gave her access to the national pageant circuit at Miss USA, where 50 U.S. states and the District of Columbia would compete for the coveted Miss USA title. The Miss Universe organization was purchased by Trump in 1996, which gave him ownership of not only Miss Universe, but also Miss USA and Miss Teen USA. After Trump's comments with Billy Bush leaked about how he liked to essay women, several former contestants, some who competed as far back as 1997, accused Trump of...
All right. That was just a commercial break, guys. That was just a commercial break. Because when you talk about a simp, you must identify the pussy. That's why we was doing so much Erica first. We're almost done with the Erica, but you must keep that in there. This is debate. This is what got Charlie. But the bitch was 34. That's crazy. When she married him. Wow. Charlie. Now let's listen to Charlie dumbass. Like he was Charlie.
Own crypto and like, I don't know. And loser. Instead it should be. I'm studying this because of this. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to work for this person. I want to be able to make this much money by this period of time to provide for a family. And I don't care how hard it gets. And let me tell you, there are voices out there that say, oh, young men, all modern women are garbage and just use them for sex and just use them for pleasure. And that's BS. And I'm going to tell you, you cannot be a Christian and believe that. Are there problems with modern women? Yes. But our Lord and Savior came to this earth because God could have just teleported Jesus Christ right onto the earth. But instead, our Lord and Savior came through a womb of a woman. Christianity values women in a proper biblical context. So some of the narrative that I hear at times from men that say, oh, I hate all women and they're not worthy of respect and honor. God used women all throughout the scriptures, whether it be Ruth or Esther, whether it be Deborah. And unfortunately, this is lost in a lot of the angst that young men have, that they'll say, I'm just done with all women. First of all, even if it's hard, maybe you should work to improve your own life to make yourself more attractive to the woman that you want to one day find. And
you hear that? I'm just showing you what a fucking simp is. That's my job. That's my job. I know nothing about these fucking people. I watch Candace Owens and I'm like, well, hold on. This dude is a simp. That woman ain't do nothing wrong. How can he talk about this, about getting the woman that he wants when he marries a fucking 34-year-old ex-beauty pageant hippie bitch that's out there fucking and doing a bunch of shit before she met him and he don't give a fuck? How is that possible? That you could tell men what to do? Simps fuck the game up for everybody. Pimp put bitches on a pedestal that's unworthy. It pisses the other men off, Charlie, when you say stupid shit like this.
There needs to be.
Where are these good women at? Because brothers would clean their acts up for the good ones. Where can I find them, Charlie? Do you know anywhere? It's bullshit, Charlie.
The current modern state is that they want men to be women and women to be men. We know that. And they want men to kind of walk around in a beta state, kind of walking around in their sweatpants all the time. They haven't showered in 3 days. They sleep until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing about that is interesting or attractive. Men, you know what your call to action is? Go do something hard. Go do something difficult. That means go wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Go for a run. And I'm going to go there. Men, there's no excuse to be overweight. It's not interesting or attractive to women. Seriously. Go to the gym. Stop eating so much crap. Go on the Maha diet. Fast for a couple of days. Try keto. Eat a steak, not a soy protein latte. Everybody in this room can make yourself 5 to 10% more physically fit. Oh, Charlie, I'm just born this way. No, look, everybody has their challenges or their struggles. Some people have metabolisms where they eat 3 pizzas and it disappears. I get it. There is no excuse, though. You can make yourself 10% more attractive in this room. You can. You can go to the gym. You can fast. You can go on a better diet. You can decide, you know what? You know what's another good thing about not drinking alcohol? A lot of calories that you're no longer putting in your body. A lot. And for men, make yourself so desirable that women want to be with you. What does desirable look like? It doesn't mean you have to go look like a supermodel or an actor. Women want piety in a man. They want someone that will say, you know what? Let's go to church together. Let's not just go to some degenerate kind of environment. Do you know one of the things that women want more than anything else is they want the confidence and the security that when life gets difficult and when life starts falling apart, that man will lead them towards security and stability. Because deep down, women have a very well-built and finely tuned, God-given instinct that they'll be able to tell in a man when the bullets start firing, is this guy going to protect me and protect my kids? And is he going to provide, or is he going to run for the hills?
I didn't see this video. I did not see this video. I only saw when the very beginning, when I just heard the dude talking about men. I'm like, oh boy, Charlie simping again. And funny, when I watch Charlie and Erica, they talk about death, bullets. They be saying some weird shit. I know we all talk about it, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe when you get that high up, you start, Biggie said he was getting death threats. So I guess so.
The bullets start firing. Is this guy going to protect me and protect my kids? And is he going to provide, or is he going to run for the hills? And for you as the man, you need to be able to demonstrate that. And it's in ways you might not imagine. And let me just give you some other practical advice. Men, if you go on a first date with a woman and you split the check, we got serious problems. I don't care if you have to go into debt, refinance your home, or scrub the dishes for 3 weeks. You do not allow a woman to pay on the first date. Period. Period.
Oh shit, my nigga King Disagreeable. What's good, man? I'm just doing my thing, man. I'm putting all this stuff on the record. Just saying, what's good? Can't take these white people. Tell me when the hoes are back. I understand. Work with me, man. I'm trying something here, man. I'm trying something. But it still holds true to everything that I do over here. This dude's a simp.
Oh, Charlie, I don't have the money. Figure it out. Get a job. Borrow money. Take out a loan on a credit card. I don't care if you don't have $41 to cover her meal. What is more important, the money in your pocket or the character in your heart?
There you go, guys.
Right now.
Hey, yo, man. When you hear a simp speak, you like, wow, you really have that thought process, brother? Now, what's on the other side of that? I'm going to say it. Pussy. What does that pussy have to offer, Charlie? I think Charlie's gonna go off on the sisters as well. Let's see. Boy, he was going off on the players.
The person that went out late at night, trying to find the next 10-second orgasm, or the person that went to go after something holy or went after something divine. And if you are not, the final thing I'll say this to the men, and then we'll go to the women's side, which is you need to be consuming information, content, and community. Information, content, and community around you that lifts you up, does not tear you down. You are an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. List those people. Who are the friends around you? Are they lifting you up? Or are they just talking about just quick, easy gratification? Because guess what? The fun will end at one time. Eventually, you're going to get out of college, and the graduation ceremony will be underway, and you're handed that useless diploma, and you're then going to have to enter the world. And all of a sudden, if you're like 20 pounds more overweight, but you have a lot of good memories with the buddies because you guys got really drunk, great, terrific, okay? The world is brutal right now. It's tough. Things are expensive. It's hard to find wives. It's hard to build children. It's hard to raise.
Yeah, I can't do this. The man said it's hard to find wives. Why? Let's get to that. Let's go, Charlie.
Okay, so now for the women. Who's ready for that? The men are ready for that. Because the men have gotten their talking to. Stop being boys, start being men. Okay, now we're ready for the women, okay?
Now remember, guys, this is a dude who done married a 34-year-old who knows how many abortions that bitch had before him. I mean, I don't even want to run down the resume again. 34 years old. He's younger than her. She was born and bred to be a boss baddie. She have ties with the Marines in the department. Her mom's worked with the Department of Homeland Security. She gathered donors for a foundation, an orphanage in Romania. She have multiple degrees from Arizona and Liberty University, biblical degree, real estate license in New York. She's lived in Ohio, Arizona, New York City, and the Hamptons. She's been to Israel and lived in China. Oh, God, what a resume. I mean, it's exhausting, bro. But look at what Charlie is going to tell you about how the women should be. Listen to this nigga, man. I mean, Charlie.
And now, who's ready for me to get in a lot of trouble? All right. Women, number 1, it is unspeakably unattractive.
See that right there? I'm going to get in a lot of trouble by telling women the truth. But at least Charlie did it. Let's go.
Women, number 1, it is unspeakably unattractive to your fellow man when you have body counts that are 5, 6, 7, 8. Men do not want to date.
See that? Now, can we identify with Charlie Kirk's wives? Because I believe that Charlie was a stone-hearted virgin. Well, simp-hearted virgin. I believe he was a virgin. What about his wife's body count? What about that? Hold on. What about his wife's body count?
Hi.
Good morning, America.
I've lived in China. I've lived in Chongqing. I've been to Romania. I've been to Croatia. Lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. Really handsome.
You look gorgeous.
Damn. Hold on. And she lived in Puerto Rico? God damn, Charlie. How the fuck could you marry somebody like this?
I've been to Croatia. Lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing my... Got a little...
Now, this is not a dork. This is who she used to fuck. Niggas like this.
Bacon, babe, that's deep in there. Give them cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells. That's me.
That's against religion.
It's not within the confines of marriage. It's like we went through a little test these first 5 months before.
Well, and not only that, like think about the time difference. Like I'm 2 hours behind, so he doesn't get to sleep until like 2, and I go to bed at like midnight or sometimes even later. And then when we are here in Tulsa together, we don't go to bed the first night.
Damn, and the bitch was in Tulsa, Oklahoma? God damn.
Until like 3-ish, because we stay up talking, because it's like a slumber party.
Right, you're catching up with your best friend, and then she's on California time, and then it's usually like a late flight because she's finishing work, and so it's just we're used to crazy schedules because of our unique jobs anyway, so it's just
organized chaos.
No,
That's
we're
not us.
gonna make fun of you if you make a team t-shirt.
We would definitely make
that's
fun of
coming
you.
down
and
hard.
we wouldn't even be afraid to make fun of you. We would probably make fun of you to your face too.
For sure.
Because whatever
you
we
would
say
laugh.
about them,
Yeah.
and behind their back, we would say to their face.
For sure, 100%.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
Mhm.
Straight up.
So if we don't like you, we'll say we
If
don't
you
like
don't
you.
know, now you know.
If you
know
don't
what I'm saying?
know, now you know.
Yeah.
Listen, see, nobody else. Now we are the ones that know what she mean. If you don't know, now you know, nigga. Come on, Erica.
Straight up.
So if we don't like you, we'll say we
If
don't
you
like
don't
you.
know, now you know.
If you
know
don't
what I'm saying?
know, now you know.
Yeah.
Censor.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the type of sisters that I know. I don't know who the fuck Charlie thought he was getting himself into. That nigga is a simp. This bitch said, if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Hold on. Man, I told y'all many times. Love these sisters.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Bitch, please get down on your goddamn knees. She get it from her mama.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is.
Don't be pussy whip. Whip that pussy. Look. Bang, 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 bang. Don't be pussy. Cause you gave me all your pussy.
You know what this is, man. You know what this is, man. That's that man's wife. Same bitch. Same bitch. Same bitch, man. Crazy.
Straight up.
So if we don't like you, we'll say we
If
don't
you
like
don't
you.
know, now you know.
If you
know
don't
what I'm saying?
know, now you know.
Yeah.
Censored.
Probably.
Censored.
Probably
We
not.
would
But
for
it
sure.
would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. But anything dealing with confrontation, that's on me.
That's her. She lets it out.
Calm, cool, and collected. I have my pretty boy right here for that.
I have my pretty boy right here for that. She would never say that about Charlie. At her old age, with her pussy done aged out, and she still wouldn't say that for Charlie. Old ass pussy. What we tell niggas?
Don't be pussy whip.
What we tell them? What we tell them? Yo.
Don't be pussy whip. Don't be pussy whip. Whip that pussy.
That's on me.
That's her. She lets it out.
Calm, cool, and collected. I have my pretty boy right here for that.
Cold as ice.
It's cold as
I
ice.
love when you pet my face.
Wow, she's listen, she knows all the songs. She's well traveled. This woman, man, Charlie.
I have my pretty boy right here for that.
Cold as ice.
It's cold as
I
ice.
love when you pet my face.
I know your beard's really soft.
Yeah.
But yes, pick us.
Please.
We will not let you down. Mm-hmm.
Not long after, Erika was ready to expand her personal brand beyond Arizona. Knowing she would have more modeling and casting opportunities in New York City, Erika moved to the Big Apple. While working to build her entertainment career, she also began working as a real estate agent for the Corcoran Group, a respected real estate agency founded by Shark Tank investor Barbara Corcoran. In 2018, she launched a clothing line called Proclaim Streetwear, a Christian clothing brand that promotes itself as being made in the USA. Different articles of clothing come with Bible verses written on them and battle phrases like the Lord's Army.
Wow. Wow. That's nice. That is very nice. Now, in the black community, let's just talk about it. In the black community, what are our bitches dealing with? Always dealing with church and God and all this shit, giving the church money, fucking the pastor, just doing it all. Well, why would you think Erika's any different from them? Would you say that they both have a pussy? I rest my case. Now, would you say that black women would buy this if they had some black woman that was selling the same type of shit? Yes. It's just that Erica was white and the white women bought it. That's all. They're all the same. So it's on us as men. It's our fault to not be with the right woman. That's why women are facing problems, because it's only 8% of good ones. We'll extend it to 11%, whereas those ones are not as bad. That's it.
Their signature sweatshirt reads, "They said Noah was a conspiracy theorist, and then it rained." Erika seemed to be having the time of her life as an ambitious city girl. Her pictures from that time show a creative and carefree Erika. She quoted Jay-Z and Kanye, she posted selfies often, and photos of herself.
I still don't get it. What is she doing wrong? Please let me know. Every woman does this. She does nothing wrong. They're trying to make this woman be like the evil vampire. I won't allow it. Candace co-signed this bitch for her virgin ass nigga. She's an older bitch. He's a virgin and ain't never been with no bitches and don't know no pussy. How does that work? He jumped all over the bitch because she wanted to work for him. What did she do wrong? She's a boss baddie, trying to make her way in society like every other bitch.
And carefree Erika. She quoted Jay-Z and Kanye, she posted selfies often, and photos of herself loving NYC, calling it a place that felt like home. She loved doing different makeup styles and getting into costume, donning a gold snake on her head. She got to interview Jessica Alba about her.
Yeah, that's funny. She donned the gold snake on her head because when I was driving in my car today, I said, damn, bitch remind me of Medusa. I tell you no lie. I was thinking about like a thumbnail with Erika Kirk as Medusa. For real.
Makeup styles and getting into costume, donning a gold snake on her head. She got to interview Jessica Alba about her baby and personal care company. She even shared with her audience a picture of herself getting a tattoo. In one picture, or what some might call an eerie bit of foreshadowing, Erika can be seen in 2016 wearing an American flag dress, standing in a kitchen holding a semi-automatic weapon, and grabbing a handful of bullets from a KitchenAid mixing bowl. She captioned it, "Because America." She couldn't have known how right she was. In an interview from December of 2025, Erika claimed that for the 5 years she lived in NYC, she didn't date.
But what I will say is when I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
Hey, I'm playing this portion of the video before we get back to Charlie so y'all can know. Charlie, what do you know about bitches, Charlie? But let's go.
Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another.
She said that before meeting Charlie, she didn't date or drink, but these were lies. Not only did Erika drink, she was also in a relationship with a man named Cabot Phillips in 2017. It's been reported that
Now, Cabot Phillips. This is a name that I've seen in the research. Erika used to allegedly fuck Cabot Phillips, but Cabot Phillips was Charlie Kirk's basketball buddy. We could assume that Cabot Phillips was Erika Kirk's basketball buddy as well, because she plays ball. Now, from what we'll get to when we get further in the series, Cabot Phillips is now the leader of Turning Point. Okay? Maybe this woman will say it, I'm not sure. But Cabot Phillips is the leader of Turning Point after Charlie Kirk died. Yeah, this guy right here in the picture. He's the leader of Turning Point now. And he went to sip and paint with Erika before she met Charlie. Some wild shit, man. But I still don't blame her. Why Charlie couldn't just go get him a young virgin? I blame him, man. I'm sorry.
She was also in a relationship with a man named Cabot Phillips in 2017.
Cabot Phillips is the head of Turning Point USA right now.
It's been reported that at the time, Cabot was a producer for Charlie Kirk. From photos and videos of her time living in New York, Erika has been seen with alcohol. In this clip from a reality show she was on called Summer House, which was filmed in 2018 and aired in 2019, Erika goes on a date in season 3, episode 11. While on this double date, Erika can be seen drinking alcohol.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't put it past her, but her drink could be a virgin. So I can't just, especially with a bitch telling me, I don't believe you, bitch. That bitch could have a virgin drink. I done went to plenty places, you know, I can't say too much right now, but I done went to plenty places and all my drinks are virgin and I want it to look just like theirs. But I don't drink and drive, so I would never be out there drinking. So I say, give me a virgin drink and make it look just like theirs. So there's no proof that Erika's drinking alcohol right here. Okay?
A date in season 3, episode 11. While on this double date, Erika can be seen drinking alcohol. There's nothing wrong with dating, drinking in moderation, or showing one's body in whatever way they choose as long as it's consensual. Erika was more than happy to do these things if it meant she could further her career. This discrepancy isn't a foot.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey, yo, I saw this other video, right? I don't know if my gladiators list, but I saw this other video when Erika was doing the Miss America joint. She had the, they did the swimsuit edition and the evening gown. And yo, her box. Whew. You know how the white women box is. The box is crazy.
Women that are sleeping around campus all the time, period. They don't. And I see a lot of these women looking around right now. Oh, you were applauding when I was bashing men, but when all of a sudden I'm criticizing women, you can't do that. If you could clap for the truth on one side, be able to receive it. It is unattractive to men when you're going around and you're bragging about how many other men you're sleeping with. Number 2, be a godly woman who is willing to submit to a husband under the covering of Almighty God. And if you have had your belief or your mindset so muddied, so polluted by modern culture, and you call yourself a Christian, I'm going to challenge you on that. Because in a marriage, you're going to submit to your husband, and you should submit to your husband. And by the way, the husband has an unbelievable responsibility to then submit to God and to make sure that marriage and that family is under a godly covering. Now, some women in this audience are like, nope, not for me. I'm going to make my own income. I'm going to find a man, and we're going to be egalitarian. That's fine, but I'm going to just push back. That's not God's design for marriage. The man is the head of the household. That is as the Bible prescribes it. The Bible has prescribed it and has worked for thousands of years. And let's just ask a question. Is it working? This idea of egalitarianism, divorce rates are nearly 50%. Depression is on the rise. Anxiety is on the rise. Because deep down, and I know this is true, deep down, the ladies, even in this room that play the girl boss thing on Instagram, deep down, you're begging for a man to lead you. Deep down, you are begging for a man to provide for you.
Woo. Charlie.
You want it. You might be afraid to say it. You might be afraid to articulate it. But deep down, you want your metaphorical Prince Charming to come. So when he does come, be willing. Be open. And for ladies, you have a lot more bargaining power than you might think. I was asking at the table after table after table. I said, why is it that young women, because here's the thing. It is not new that men want sex a lot. That is not new. What is new is that women are giving it to them. That is new. That is a failed feminist project. Why are women doing it so much? Well, the reason, honestly, is that what I heard from this morning, women want love and they're seeking it in that way. Young ladies, start saying no. Start saying no. Men want what they cannot have. And all of a sudden, if the godly, conservative, attractive, well put together women on a college campus start saying, no, actually, you have to date me seriously. I have to know your name and know a little about you, actually.
Here we go. Charlie said, I need to know a little about you. And it's gonna, I think we might, and we do have some time. But this is a lengthy speech. And when you start talking about Charlie saying you need to know this person and know that person, You know Charlie is out of his damn mind. It's clear that you did not know that woman. I'm so upset that Charlie couldn't get a woman that he could mold. No different from Zion Williamson. You might as well have been drinking and doing drugs, Charlie. Because you let pussy, the real drug, fuck you up. I still don't believe you did anything wrong, Charlie, besides harass that woman at an interview over Simp. I mean, you were honest and you did love the woman. But it was wrong, pimp. From learning, like, your true outlook on sisters are all wrong. Because nothing, like, the way you speak on sex, you're missing it. You only looking at it from an OnlyFans perspective and women being like, freaky or whatever. And not looking all the bad ways that they use it, putting men on punishment, doing all sorts of wild shit.
All of a sudden, men are gonna be like, well, forget all this. Then men are gonna start aiming themselves towards you. And when they do, you need to ask the tough questions, which is, can you control yourself? Are you, all the things I talk about with men. And on the same side, same side, everybody, for young ladies, there is this toxicity that is, in fact, because everyone says toxic masculinity, there is toxic feminism within the ranks of the dating pool. And it is toxic. Which is, you do not have to be a man. You don't have to present yourself as a man. Embrace your femininity. Allow the man to open the door for you. Allow him to pay for the first check. In fact, even more than that, you should expect that. And young ladies, I'll just be very honest though, that the bitterness that so many young women espouse towards young men.
That's right.
That's the reason why a lot of young women cannot find partners.
That's right.
And I'll be very honest, for the young ladies in this room, how many of you say having a family is more important than having a career? Raise your hand. Okay, let me just speak to you truth. If you are not married by the age of 30, you only have a 50% chance of having children. If you do not have kids by the age of 30, only 50% chance.
Charlie, I'm going to save this portion of the video, Charlie, because this is bad. This is bad. Your woman was 34, pimping. You cannot. I know you're trying to pay it forward and everything, but as a millionaire, you could have set a great example. And I know you thought you did, man. That's the best. That's the messed up part. See, but simping would allow you to not see the truth in regard to pussy. All right, so that's it.